You are currently being lied to, and we're going to go down a big, dark rabbit hole of how you are currently being lied to, and I'm going to show you things that are going to blow your mind. And if you are currently married, that blow your mind thing, it's been a while, right, John? Also, if you guys are like, Bravo, why you still, your tooth hurts, slurring? No, that's actually a magnum full of my wife's fault. But the show must go on, and in the comment section, I've been called a shill now for the right wing. Then I am being paid off to produce propaganda, which then if you got to go watch yesterday's video. It was really good. I got to give yesterday's video definitely a double thumbs up, which would, does that still work? Did YouTube remove that? Usually when you're being accused of something, it's because it's the opposite, which then made me think, hey, let's go down a rabbit hole. Everyone that I follow, because I follow a lot on the left because I like to understand and bring balance to the force. And most of the time, I'm like, how do you believe that? And lo and behold, guess what Bravo uncovered? It is the lists and more lists of influencers that are being paid off. From TikTok to Instagram, and then a whole lot of YouTubers. These he/hims have 9 million subscribers, which with almost 9 million subscribers, that's kind of an influence. I just want to be upfront, frank, and let you know I've never been paid. I've actually intentionally, I'm now adding some politics to the channel, intentionally shooting myself in the foot. So if you could, hit subscribe or check and see if you've been unsubscribed. We have so much happening in the world right now. I mean, every week. Terrorist deportations. As fast as they came in, as fast as they're leaving. We're hitting Houthis, the stock market. Oh my gosh. And was Johnny Bravo and his audience able to swing trade the bottom? I think yes. And just to make the email stop of Bravo, can you please give me a discount? I can't afford 1,000. So I will run a sale, pick whatever course you want, $199. But my bear market watch list does go up this week and it will never change. What else happened this week? The Department of Education. Can you believe this? This is monumental. And like when Trump came in, he didn't come in like, doo-doo-doo. He was like signing everything. So there is actually a reason for that, which I will get to in this video. Just as fast as you sign is as fast as the other side's like, nope. And welcome to our government where nothing ever gets changed or done. It's like, how long would those astronauts be stuck in space? Thanks, government. Forever? Thanks, Elon. Doesn't seem like he's getting much thanks recently. Actually, I've never been flipped off so many times. Do not drive a Cybertruck. But if you do, put a sticker on it that says Toyota or Ford. Found this is actually the best way to confuse the left from egging your car. And to all of you dudes with your big Hemis and your Fords flipping me off saying, you know, American made, you do know that this vehicle is 100% made in America. And I found that this propaganda thing actually works. Like, you pay these people off because they're paid, and then other people are like, hey, this is a good idea. Yeah, I hate Elon too. Tesla and Elon are the bad people, and I'm really happy that their stocks are having the worst stretch ever, since ever. Bad news keeps coming. And the panels are now flying off of my Cybertruck. Well, I guess, kids, it's a good time to learn where the short button is on your computer. Before you go clicking short button, you need a course on how to do it. Because the minute you put in a short, Tesla up 6% today. Oops. And I'm still running that long on my SPX. SPY. People are saying, this is from HeartNet, that the sell signal is over. But I'll tell you what's not over. The amount of stuff that is happening. How about the JFK files? They were released. How about Epstein? How about egg prices? How about gas prices? Like, this is great. When Tim Waltz is now coming out saying that the things that he's been saying about Tesla and the stock price crashing and how he loves it, that's just a joke. Coming in from what episode of South Park are we currently in? Let's listen in.
This guy bugs me in a way that is probably unhealthy. And, but I have to be careful about being a smartass. I was making a joke. These people have no sense of humor. They are the most literal people. But my point was they're all mad, and I, said something I didn't, probably shouldn't have about a company. He is, agree. So I make the case. They're all butthurt about the Tesla thing, but they don't care the disrespect they have shown to employees at the Minneapolis VA who care for our veterans, and they fire them.
Someone needs to tell Tim, I'll tell Tim, if you're listening, you know your pension that you have? Yeah, guess what stock is in it? Yeah, that would be Tesla. Connect the dots, okay, when you're holding up your phone like, yeah, look at Tesla stock go down, and you're like, you go to your pension, and you're like, hey, my portfolio. It looks like he's just joking. He's changed his tune. On to propaganda. It's all a lie, and they're all being paid off, and I can prove it. Here we go again. There were 20,000 devices. Still a large crowd, but not even close to the 30,000, quoted by the Denver newspapers and New York Times. We'll get to that one in a second. Denver says 34,000. Bernie Sanders, AOC, where she says we need to fart more. 84% of the devices present had attended 9 or more Kamala Harris rallies. These are the Antifa, BLM, pro-Hamas, Are you getting it? 1% had attended over 20. You're like, Bravo, what side are you on, man? I'm not on that side. With all of this data that was collected, over 6,000 different databases, they were able to figure out that 90% of those in the above 84% were likely working with one of these 5 groups and is the reason for their presence. But here is a current rally, Dance Against Doge, where high probability, you get paid, you come in, you pick your sign. Look, which sign would you like? Okay, I'm going to go with, well, that's a bad word. All right, I'm not picking that one. Let's, purple hair. What are we going with? Come on. Let's, I gotta turn this down because YouTube will not like that video or not like the audio in the background. Which one did she pick? I can't. Sir, photographer. No. These Nazi car. Come on. Oh, a QR code. Go with he goes with the QR code. That was a good choice, Robert. Look at some of these party favors. You could go with that. You know what? What do you think? The fanny pack? You think she brought her own fanny pack? But here's another video of another event. This guy's still wearing a mask. Bro, it's been 5 years. And they're doing the same signs. And what's up with the sailor? The hats? The sailor hats? This is so bad. This is so bad. Raccoons? Doge is stealing our what? What's he stealing? Look at this guy. Oh, guy? I don't know. South Park? I mean, these two are clearly South Park, right? What episode? The truth is, all of the articles that are being written, like New York Times, you can end people's lives. It is like full 100% propaganda. It's like they can write whatever they want and with no repercussions.
You're talking about a potential war with China. Now, I deal with these people all the time, and I'm dealing with Pete. I'm dealing with these gentlemen on numerous different airplane purchases, and I think they're all going to be great. But I don't want other people seeing potential war with China. We don't want to have a potential war with China, but I can tell you if we did, we're very well equipped to handle it. But I don't want to show that to anybody. But certainly you wouldn't show it to a businessman who is helping us so much. He's a great patriot. He's paying a big price for helping us cut costs, and he's doing a great job. He's finding tremendous waste, fraud, and abuse. But I certainly wouldn't want, Elon has businesses in China, and he would be susceptible perhaps to that. But it was such a fake story. The New York Times is just as fake as CNN and MSDNC. And anybody read that story, people laughed at that story. Who would do such a thing? And the first thing I did is I called Susie and I called Pete. I said, is there any truth to that? And they said it's ridiculous.
Oh, and talking about Pete Hegseth, since, quote, judge, these are all the judges that are blocking and stopping everything. Again, they're not... Donald hit the ground running. Now the left is doing everything from judges to protests to stop. The truth is they can't. It's unconstitutional. What the judges are doing, you can't do it. They know you get to tie it up. And that's kind of how law also works. It's just tie them up in court and then, in 2 years, maybe the economy, which I'll get to in a second, will be so bad that we'll vote this guy out. Oh, which you won't. You got 4 years, but you got a lot of House, Senate, you got a lot of seats. And in 2 years, those start flipping because people don't like a depression, which I will get to in a second. They can report, now this should be good, I think you need to take action on this, to Fort Benning at 0600 to instruct our Army Rangers on how to execute high-value target raids. After that, Commander Reyes can dispatch to Fort Bragg to train our Green Berets on counterinsurgency warfare. And this was in regards to the U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes ordered Pentagon to allow transgender troops, calls Trump ban, well, unabashedly demeaning. Here's my thought number 2 is court-martial her if she does not show up at 0600. Now coming in from the economy and Great Depression, billionaire Peter Thiel. You know, you're a billionaire. You probably know a thing or two, which I kind of went over 2 videos ago. That was a good one too, of a looming real estate catastrophe, a massive hit to lower middle class and young people who can't buy homes. But we have millions of properties. That's fraud too. Government's like, you don't gotta pay it. What happens when you gotta start paying it? And Florida. Oh, and talking about the youth, middle America, and how people are broke. This is what's going on, you guys. This is how bad it is. Burrito Now, Pay Later, DoorDash, Klarma Deals feeds U.S. debt addiction. Everyone is so broke, they're putting their DoorDash burrito onto this buy now, pay later. Ladies, you're not going to pay later. And gentlemen, boys and girls, squirrels, we are at the highest debt load level, credit maxed out, and it's not just America. Canada, 25-year low. You guys are small business optimism off a cliff. Also, before I forget, because it confuses people, you're like, so you go long on SPY, meaning markets go up, make money go up, but you're saying Great Depression, recession, everything's bad, business optimism, 25-year lows, all of this. I need you to know on that trade that we are currently swinging up, the bottom could fall out. This is what I do on all of my trades. I know what the risk is, so learn how to do it. Take my, come on, $199, whatever course you want, along with me in this journey, and don't make dumb choices in life. Follow the charts. They will direct your path. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.